Let's take you to the wall where Peter is standing by with the ta-da number of the day.
Yes, and the number of the day is 70%. Now, if you were in matric and you've just written an exam, this would be really interesting to you, wouldn't you? This is a good number to have. But I know that you're going to be talking all things technological in a short while, so I thought I'd look up and think, what could be 70%? Well, you're going to be talking about the launch of the new iPhone, I think, and the iWatch. Well, just to let you know about this Series 3 watch that's just come through, it's got a 70% faster dual processor. I thought you'd like to know that.
You are clever.
Meanwhile, its competitor, Samsung, in India in particular, they're trying to get 70% of the market share in the premium market in India. So that's the 70% between the technology giants. But unfortunately, coming back home, 70%. Well, this is the whopping percentage of executives that remain unsatisfied with business conditions in South Africa. More than 1,600 executives in building, manufacturing and other sectors were surveyed as part of the RMB BER Business Confidence Index. But why is this such a big deal? Well, if business people don't feel confident, that they're less likely to spend money or recommend the expansion of their companies. Some analysts have even complained that South African businesses are not investing, but rather sitting on top of more than R1 trillion in cash stockpiles. This won't stimulate growth and desperately needed jobs either. Let's take a closer look, though, at that particular index. All right, anyway, in fact, continuing with that, business confidence has improved slightly, though, but it does remain low. The RMB BER Business Confidence Index gained 6 points to reach 35 for the third quarter of the year. This is well below that neutral 50-point mark, which means pessimism is widespread. Only above 50 is their general optimism in the air. The index is not based on actual economic activity, but rather gauges the sentiment of top business executives. The report suggests that the low confidence levels mean that the economy is not likely to experience a resurgence. RMB is only expecting the South African economy to grow by about 1% this year. It says that heightened political uncertainty is also impacting negatively on confidence levels. Economist Isaiah Mhlanga says that a more likely scenario is one where GDP growth remains stuck at below 1% over the short term to medium term, impacted negatively by lackluster private sector fixed investments and jobs growth.
For GDP, we have upgraded our GDP forecast from 0.3% to 0.5%, which is more in line with what the SAB and the World Bank forecast, but way too low to what National Treasury forecast at the beginning of the year, which is 1.3% this year. It implies that when they table their medium-term budget policy statement, they're going to downgrade their forecast. And this just really talks to the general weakness of the economy that comes through the business confidence index, which we survey. But I think tied to that, we may also link that to the contraction in fixed investment. We all know very well fixed investment is linked very strongly to business confidence. It continued to contract in the second quarter. It also contracted in the first quarter. But also one important aspect of which comes out of the manufacturing survey in particular, that those that rate the current political environment as a deterrent to their business, it's 86%. This is the highest level ever since the index was started to be surveyed. And this just tells you it's not all positive. It's really pessimism all around, and conditions remain negative for economic growth.
All right, now while the beleaguered national airline SAA is waiting for a